Exactly 100 years ago today, Edmonton was declared a city, and we haven't looked back since.
Edmonton celebrated its 100th birthday with bagpipes, dancing, fireworks, and cattle. Months prior, Mayor Bill Smith pitched hosting an authentic cattle drive through the streets of Edmonton. Not only as a city celebration, but as a way to promote farm fare in the Canadian Finals Rodeo.
Well, that's Bill Smith, I guess. He gets some good ideas sometimes, I guess. I don't know. Might mess up the streets a little bit.
In 2003, ranchers showed us how cattle drives move herds from one pasture to another and discussed whether it was plausible in a city like Edmonton.
It's not really tough. You only go around slowly along about 2 miles an hour.
The idea of doing one downtown, though, was getting the horns from some city councilors.
I'm quite skeptical about providing city money. It would be nearly $75,000 for it.
There were costs and cleanup concerns.
Cleanup is big time when it comes to cattle. I mean, I don't want to get into what, but anyway, it's big time.
And people worried about safety.
One head of cattle breaks loose and they put a horn in some kid or something like that. That's a fear that some people have.
It's been come off like the running of the bulls. Well, we're not running bulls.
Ed Woodman was in charge of rounding up the drive's cattle and cowboys. He invited CTV News to meet his cows to prove how safe they are.
I understand the councillors' concerns, mainly because they haven't come out to see what you've seen. They're used to being handled with horses. They're used to being moved. Crowds don't really bother them a whole bunch. Hey, hey!
Council eventually approved the cattle drive as part of the River City Roundup, a rodeo and agriculture showcase during the Canadian Finals Rodeo. And on October 14th, 2004, 100 cattle and dozens of cowboys made their way down 8 blocks of Jasper Avenue.
It's good to see all the people turn out. It looked like it was a good success.
It was such a success, the city hosted another cattle drive 6 years later. Another opportunity to teach city folk about country life.
Get the city enthusiastic about understanding the history and tradition and culture of rodeo, ranching, agriculture, because we eat it and wear it every day of our lives.
A lot of people don't realize that this way of life still exists, but this entire group of cowboys here, most of them make their living horseback every day working with cattle.
Once again, the city handed the reins to Woodman.
If there's one thing I'd like to be remembered for in history is the last crazy farmer that drove cattle downtown Edmonton.
Last year, a third cattle drive was held to welcome the CFR back to Edmonton after spending 5 years in Red Deer.
The cows finally came home. CFR is back in Edmonton for his 50th anniversary.
The cattle started at Churchill Square and ended in Fan Park at the CFR's new home, Rogers Place. A fitting way to welcome back a Western tradition.